This meditation is one where we fully observe a small object near us. Most people like to be outside for this particular exercise. So if you would like, please go outside. If you cannot go outside, know that you can still participate in this practice from wherever you are. Now let's begin by finding a comfortable position. Standing, sitting, or lying down. Gently close your eyes or lower your gaze to a soft focus. Now take a deep, full inhale and welcome yourself fully into this practice. Then exhale slowly, setting your intention to be present. Let's do that once more. Inhale deeply, exhale fully. As you exhale, release anything that pulls you away from the moment. Now let's bring our breathing to its natural rhythm and reflect on these words from Henry Miller. The moment one gives close attention to anything, even a blade of grass, it becomes a mysterious, awesome, indescribably magnificent world in itself. Now I want you to pause and take a gentle breath. As you exhale, think to yourself, may I be curious. May I be present. In the spirit of this quote, I want you to gently open your eyes and find something small to observe. A blade of grass, a leaf, a stone. It can be anything. It doesn't matter what you choose. And if you are indoors, choose a small object inside. There is no right or wrong to this practice. I want you to choose your object, hold it if it feels right, and let yourself observe the object in silence. I will give you a minute so you may do this yourself uninterrupted. I will return to you after a minute. Now let's look at your object again together. I'll use the blade of grass I am observing as my example as we go through this practice. Now look at your object and really pay attention to its color. When I look at this little blade of grass, I realize it's not just solid green. It's a gradient. There are pale yellows, greens, and a deep emerald color at the tip. And seeing this really makes me think how much I missed the color of the grass when I was on autopilot. I want you to breathe in deeply, breathe out slowly, and say to yourself, I am paying attention now. That is enough. Now let's look at the texture of your object. When I look at mine, I notice there are subtle ridges on this little blade of grass. I also notice it has a very pointy tip, yet when I touch it, it feels soft against my skin. Breathe in deeply, breathe out slowly, and think or say to yourself, may I be patient with all that I see and feel. Now let's look at your object's form. Looking at this grass, it has an elegant curve, a very brilliant taper, and there's a tiny nick on its right edge. It's so beautiful to see all the details. Now breathe in deeply, breathe out slowly, and think to yourself, there is wonder, even here, even now, in this tiny object. Now let's consider your object's connections to its surroundings and its connection to you. This tiny blade of grass I'm holding is so connected to the earth. It's connected to the sun and the air. It's part of this ecosystem that is near my house. But yet, even though it's so small, it's a participant in all of life, just like I am. And this, I think, is the mysterious and awesome part, because even though this blade of grass is small, where would our universe be without it? What would my yard be without this beautiful grass? Let's take a really deep breath, deeper than what we had before. And then exhale slowly and place a hand on your heart and say or think to yourself, I am connected to the earth, and as this object has its purpose, so do I. Now gently place your hand on the object and say, thank you for your time and the lessons you bring. Thank you for teaching me today. I want you to send gratitude to the object, and if it feels right, place it in the spot you found it, or, if you prefer, place it in your pocket to carry with you as a small reminder of this moment. And I want you to note that in this moment, the mindfulness we practice didn't change the object at all. It changed how you see. You saw the magnificent world that was always there within that little object. So let's take this in with our breath. Breathe in deeply, exhale fully, and say or think to yourself, I allow myself to see freshly when I sit in the present. I want you to remember, mindfulness finds the extraordinary in the ordinary. most of our days, we spend it in automatic pilot. We're scattered, we're judging, we're rushing. But mindfulness offers us a way to come home to the present, to pause from the rush. And if it can do that for you today with just a blade of grass or a tiny object, imagine what mindfulness could do for a sip of tea today, or for a moment noticing a loved one's face today. You could do this. You can bring this through your day if you choose. Now let's breathe in deeply, exhale fully, and with kindness, say to yourself, I can carry this attention into my day, and I can be gentle with myself anytime I forget to pause. Now take one last deep breath and know the world is whispering and you have learned to listen. Now, when you are ready, wiggle your fingers and your toes. Gently come back to the place you are at, and remember that even a blade of grass becomes a mysterious, awesome, indescribably magnificent world in itself if you take time to notice it. Thank you for doing that, and thanks for practicing with us today. Namaste.